Good afternoon and a warm welcome to Nosey Road. Welcome to all and sundry in the sponsors' boxes, the players' lounge and anywhere else that's taking our broadcast. It's the penultimate game in the Stones Bitter League Championship campaign, and Widnes, a side lying in 14th position, and they need a couple of points at least to get out of, or to make sure. I don't know whether there still is a relegation situation with all these changes, but obviously they need the points. Saints need a win from today's match and Friday's televised tie against Warrington to make sure of either third or fourth position, and obviously that depends on other results in the league. Wigan hammered Warrington 34 points to nil earlier today, and we had a disappointing result at Central Park on Friday, didn't we? Our error count must have been horrific. We could have been 14-2 up at one stage, but unfortunately we just didn't get it right on the day, and the old pie eaters run out winners 34-18. Anyway, the side for this afternoon: Saints at fullback Steve Prescott, Alan Hunt, Andy Northey, Paul Loughlin and Mark Healy are the three quarters. Mark Healy are in for the injured Anthony Sullivan, Tommy Martin and Bobby Gould in the half-back pairing, and in the front row we've got Adam Fogarty, Kieran Cunningham and Apollo Perolini, Bernard Dwyer, Sonny Nicholl and Shane Cooper the back three, John Griffiths in at 14 and Via Matatea at 15. And he's a big lad, this Matatea, isn't he? He certainly showed what he can do at Central Park on Friday, and I think he's got a big future here at St Helens. Anyway, the Widnes side for this afternoon, they're decimated with injury. No Humes, and that's a labour gain, isn't it, with no Humes playing, because they certainly give their all. But I'm sure these youngsters that's come in, they won't let them down. The youngsters have got to be drafted through, and Widnes, a side that's been decimated by players going elsewhere in the last couple of years. Their side for this afternoon: Gary Broadbent at fullback, Jason Green, John Devereux and Tony Thornley and Jason Hunter are the three quarters. Carl Hammond, the informed Carl Hammond at standoff, Chris Tyrer at scrum half, and the front row is Andy Ireland, Anthony Singleton and Craig Makin. Wes Rogers, a young 17-year-old academy lad, in at the second row. Paul Myler in at 12 and Steve McCurry reverts to 13. Jimmy Cassidy is back sub and Dave Smith is the forward sub. So obviously it's always very competitive when Saints meet Widnes, and no doubt this afternoon's tie will be no different. Just waiting for the sides to come out now. Before we get underway, we can just thank one and all who take our video. In the sponsors boxes, also the people that buy our video every week, and the pubs and clubs that rent it. Thank you for your support during the season, and I'll wear it forever. Here come the Saints now, led out by matchday mascot Jennifer Heaton. Doesn't she look resplendent there with her red and white ribbons along with her kit? A big day for this young lass. She's out there with Captain Shane Cooper. 6 years of age is Jennifer. Her hobbies include swimming, dancing and going to Bunny's activity group. She loves coming here watching the Saints. Her favourite players are Bobby Golding and Paul Loughlin, and I'll tell you, Jennifer, they're a couple of favourites of mine. So big day, the young Jennifer Heaton, match day mascot, out there for the penultimate match of the season here at Nosey Road. John Griffiths and Via Matatea coming over here, and Via applauding the popular side faithful, and they'll be getting behind him. There'll be no danger about that. Here come the Widnes side, plenty of youngsters in the side. Joining me is Gary McGrath this afternoon, your regular Widnes commentator. You're with Micron Video, the leaders in rugby league video. A lot of youngsters in the side, Gary, and as I said before, no Humes. They'll put all the heart into it, won't they?
Yes, Widnes have worked very hard indeed this season. Haven't had the best of times on occasions, as you say, languishing down there, still in what would have been the relegation zone without all the hoo-ha that's taken place over the last fortnight, but certainly plenty of promise there for the future, and Tony Myler with a lot to build on. Gary Broadbent has been outstanding at full back since the absence of Stuart Spruce, who was injured incidentally in the fixture against St Helens. Broadbent's been a real find this season. Wes Rogers comes in at the first team today at number 11. He's been in outstanding form for the academy, just 17 and a half years old, and he's another one for the future. But even some of the more established players like Paul Mylan and Steve McCurry, still only youngsters. And the referee, I think that's Colin Morris down there in the centre. And the sides change ends, and young Jennifer leaves the pitch there, and she does look absolutely splendid, doesn't she? A day for her to be very proud of, and she certainly looks the part.
She certainly does, Gary. But it's Saints to kick off. Widnes will receive. Bobby Golding, the ex-Widnes campaigner, ready for the action, and away we go.
Well, Mr. Morris just reminding his touch judge on the far side where to stand at the kick-off. And no in-goal touch judges. We actually had in-goal touch judges for the game against Warrington on Good Friday, a game which Widnes started very strongly indeed. They looked to be on top, winning by 10 points at one stage, but then an interception given away and a missed chance for Widnes, and the wire just came back too strong in the second half. Hopefully it will be a more competitive game against St Helens, but Widnes making the early mistake there, Donny. Far too flat out for Steve McCurry, and a dangerous ball. Saints in possession.
Yes, he didn't look as though he was ready for it, as you say, Gary. But it bounced up. Saints come up with the possession. Just about 10 metres short. They need an early score, certainly, to build on. Apollo Perolini will straighten up, and a Perolini pushes them out of the way. He's brought down a yard or so short. Kieran Cunningham will take the acting half-back position. Saints bring it left. Golding tries to duck under the tackle. McCurry there, who worked well with Golding, is in. Now it's with Cooper. Saints take it back cross-field. Nickel back to Dwyer. They're still looking for the gaps as Dwyer comes cross. Three-man Widnes tackle, haul him to the ground. Cunningham at the acting half-back position again. Saints move it right. Golding, cross-field. Meant for Alan Hunt. Plenty of room. Is Hunt ruled offside? He is. Well, that's a ploy that the Saints have got off to a fine art, but unfortunately referee Morris there judging that Alan Hunt was offside when Saints couldn't break Widnes down in the middle, Gary, and tried to go to the corner.
Well, I'd certainly like to see that one again on the video, Donny, because as you say, that's one of Bobby Golding's favourite ploys. He used to do it time after time for David Myers when both players were at Widnes, and I'm sure that Alan Hunt is capable of judging when to make that move when he knows that Golding is going to kick. He certainly did caught Widnes out on that far side. That's a good break by Craig Makin. He's been in excellent form. Another youngster in the Widnes side leading by example out there, and Widnes look to move the ball wide as they did against Warrington on Friday. Something that Tony Myers tried to instill into this team, to move the ball about. Christian Tyler not had the luckiest of seasons with injury, but it's good to see him back in the first team, and hopefully next season he too will get some more chances. Andy Ireland, man of the match so many times for the Chemics this season, but it's the final tackle. Golding chases in there, he knows who the kicker is, but Hammond, cool as ever, kicks, and that one, well, it's not gone dead, and Prescott had to dash over there. It looked for a second, Ronnie, as if that ball might stop in the in-goal area. Alan Hunt just moved out the way thinking it was going into touch, and it didn't.
Yes, you're certainly right there, Gary. Perhaps a little bit of indecision there, but Alan Hunt did well and obviously let it go, and an awkward bouncing ball. We know how awkward the ball can be, don't we? It happened to us a couple of times at Central Park on Friday. A disappointing result for you on Good Friday, as you say, Gary, and both teams looking to pick points up, and it's essential that the Saints come away with 4 points from today's match and the final match against Warrington, and especially with Warrington being stuffed today, that should give us the impetus. But Cunningham quickly away from the acting half-back position. Singleton, his counterpart, usually the half-back. He comes in, completes the tackle, the ball goes to Bobby Golding, and characteristically from Bobby Golding, he puts it low and hard into this corner, and the scrum down will be formed with Widnes head and ball 10 metres from the Widnes try line and 10 metres in from this popular side stand.
Jason Green comes in field as he does so often. He's a strong little player, suffering a little bit under the high balls at the moment. Dropped a few in the last couple of games, and I think he just needs to take a high one to get his confidence back. but otherwise really on the top of his game since he came back. Lost his place through injury, but then has been back in and doing very well indeed. Singleton, that's a good short ball. The crowd shouts for the forward, but it certainly wasn't to Tony Thornley. Another Widnes player coming back from injury, and Widnes with a full strength squad, more or less. The two Humes injured, Stuart Spruce still injured, Darren Wright and Hadley, but a couple of players who've been out at least have come back. Tyler chips over the top, but Bobby Golding takes that well and scampers away from Christian Tyler. Ronnie, conditions not perfect here. It's been drizzling in St Helens and the pitch is quite slippy. That could have some effect on the game.
It certainly could, but it doesn't look as though it's cutting up too much. Usually stands up well to the pressure, this Knowsley Road ground. Credit to Neil Holding and his ground staff. Paul Loughlin couldn't take it, Jason Green gathers it, Mark Elia quickly in. And he's scampering away, Green. As you said, he's a very durable character, isn't he?
Yes, very similar to Peter Smith, who the two players vying for this right wing position, but both very similar in build and style of play. And the Island drives in. Singleton, McCurry, he's on the top of his form. He's playing exceptionally well at the moment, Steve McCurry. Tyler gets the ball out, Milers looking for support, nobody outside. Well, that will be penalised. Well, I think Ronnie, it may not have been a spear tackle as we used to call a spear tackle, but Greg McCallum has actually issued a directive to the referees: any dangerous tackles whatsoever, and also any putting of the hand between the player's legs will be penalised. And I think in Mr Morris's view that was a potentially dangerous tackle.
Well, obviously you've got your opinion there, but I didn't think that was all that bad. We know he picked him up, he's a big lad, Loughlin. The lad was running hard, he got hold of him, he picked him up. As you say, it wasn't a spear tackle. Fair enough, the referee's got to clamp down on it. I don't know whether he had his hand between his legs, but I know that is a penalty anyway. It's been given, and a chance for Widnes to open their account.
And Wes Rogers with the goal kicking duties. He's got into the team ahead of David Smith today. Well, I wondered if that was because Widnes really have been lacking a goal kicker. Carl Hammond has had a few goals, John Devereux's had a few goals, but not really. They've both been out of practice this season, and in the absence of Hadley, Widnes without a regular goal kicker. Wes Rogers there just pulled it wide. Incidentally, I know that Ronnie, you like to mention people from time to time on these videos, and I'd just like to give a mention to everybody in St Teresa's Catholic Club here in St Helens, and especially to Harry Naylor, and say thanks for the bacon butties, if I may, because he looked after me good style. I spent last night in the Burdett Van and had a really good night with some lads from St Helens. Won myself a watch as well, so I'm quite happy with the Saints at the moment.
Golding to feed. Cooper breaks quickly. The referee said the ball was knocked forward. Well, I don't know whether you picked anything up there, Gary, but I never saw it being knocked forward. But eagle-eyed Mr Morris picked it up, and Widnes have feed and scrum possession.
Well, Tommy Cooper wasn't happy with that decision at all, but Widnes get possession and a good ball. Now Hunter's going for the corner. He takes the right decision there, I think, to come inside, because Hunt was closing him down. Another knock on. Well, Widnes eager to make a quick play of the ball, and Jason Hunter there, a local lad, going for the corner. I think he had to come inside there, Donny, because he was close to touch, especially in these conditions. He could have slid into touch, but Widnes knocking on, and the Saints get possession back.
Yes, and about 300 speckies below us, Gary, just let him know that there was a knock on there, didn't they? Tip for tat, as they say. But Saints bring it away. Tommy Martin, Mark Elia on the outside, in for the injured Anthony Sullivan. Good lad Elia in his second spell at Knowsley Road, and he's been doing the business, hasn't he, this ex-New Zealand international three-quarter. Yes, you're right there. Our cameraman Andy just says he played for Widnes last year. He also played for Halifax, and Saints picked him up from Finch Amateurs that he was just doing the rounds. and he's been an asset to the Nosey Road club. The last tackle of the sequence. Golding chips it through. Martin's chasing it. Bounces nice for Martin. Out to Lachlan. Lachlan, can he release it? He does! Oh, it's up to Elia. Superb backing up by the Saints. Great work there. And it all results in a try for Elia. Minutes of the game gone, and that started on the sixth tackle just inside the Widnes half. Golding chipped it through. Tommy Martin was chasing it. He just touched it with his fingertips, controlled the ball, flicked it out to Lachlan, who was in support. Lachlan took it up to the corner, just looking round for support. Mark Elia was coming up there, and Lachlan was able to release the ball to Elia, and all he had to do was dive over.
It was a great kick by Bobby, and as you say, fingertip control by Tommy Martin. Just managed to grasp it with his fingertips, got the ball out to Lachlan, and good support by Mark Elia. Got to give him credit for that. It wasn't as easy as it may have looked.
And Saints get the ball back, bounces off Alan Hunt's knees. He picks it up, drives it out 15 metres from his own line. Widnes move up very quickly. Referee Morris is there in the action, trying to keep them back. It was Andy Northey with a good break. Now on to Sonny Nicol. Certainly blended in well as Andy Northey. The Saints move it out. Cooper changes the point of attack. It's over to Sonny Nicol again, trying to break down this Widnes defence. Even though there's some youngsters in, they want to prove their worth. A little bit of mauling at the play of the ball. McCurry, is it the... No, it's not McCurry. Wes Rogers, the man picked out by Colin Morris. Saints will restart. Another set of 6 to build on, and just outside the Widnes 20. Fogarty makes good yardage. Still 4 of the set as Golding brings it on, loops with Cooper. Out to Dwyer. Dwyer inside to Martin. Martin's in. Oh, superb try! Tommy Martin's 11th of the season, but some good running there by the Saints forwards as they took it up. Fogarty took it within 12 metres, I'd say, of the line. Then it came across, and Bernard Dwyer drew the Widnes defence in. A lovely drop-off ball to Tommy Martin, and he went in virtually unopposed. Bobby Golding looking to add the extras, but a superb start by the Saints. Let's hope they can keep up the momentum. We have been lacking a little bit as of late, where we built up healthy leads and then let it go. And I'm sure that Eric Hughes, well, that one gone to the left of the sticks, but I'm sure Eric Hughes will be getting his charges all fired up. But Bobby Golding misses his second, or just an off day, and I think you're hoping he will have an off day, Gary.
Well, I certainly am. I always do when he's playing against Widnes. But I'd actually already written that down on my score sheet there, that Golding had scored, and it was 10-0 for St Helens. And he's made a mess of my pad now. But it's not like Bobby to miss them. He's a confident young lad, and he just pulled that one to the left. Not got his kicking boots on today, but I'm sure he won't be too bothered as long as Saints end up on the winning side.
Yes, that's true, and Saints build up again. Fogarty runs out wide. Still with Chris Joint out injured, John Neal out, Scott Gibbs, and here's Mark Elia. Also Anthony Sullivan out. But David Lyon, he's on the injured list as well. Apollo Perolini straightens it up. Andy Ireland, one of the tacklers in there, along with second rower Paul Myler, and Saints build up again. Bobby Golding trying to get a miss one out and slip it to Andy Northey. He couldn't take it cleanly. The ball knocked forward. We've had 14 minutes of the game. Saints are in the lead by 8 points to 0. And considering the conditions, Gary, the handling hasn't been too bad.
Not too bad. We've seen a couple of knock-ons. Well, A chance here for Martin now if he can get to this one. It's a race between Thornley and Martin. Thornley does very well indeed. But another lost ball. Martin seems to pull something there as he went for that ball. But Ronnie, I don't think we can put most of this lost possession down to the passing, to the conditions. It's mainly been bad passing in my mind.
Well, it certainly has, Gary. I thought there was a little knock on at the back of the scrum there, but it was allowed to go on. Then it came out, one player overrun the ball, it went loose and Martin kicked it through. And Thornley, as you said, got to it before Tommy Martin. But here's Steve Prescott from the full-back position, 10 metres short of the Widnes line, and Saints looking again. Golding moves it right. Alan Hunt, can he squeeze in? Yes, is he in? Yes, the try's given. Saints register the third try in the space of 15 minutes, and Alan Hunt, Saints leading try scorer, in for his 24th of the season. Tommy Martin, as you said, Gary, looks as though he'd pulled something. He has strained, whether it's a hamstring strain or a groin strain, but he's immediately substituted by John Griffiths, and that's more or less a straight positional swap, and Griffiths won't let the Saints down. 138 2-pointers plus 7 1-pointers this season. As long as Saints can rattle the tries in, as you say, Gary, I don't think Bobby will be too bothered. But Saints build up again. Kieran Cunningham at the acting half-back position. Fogarty. Saints running with a purpose, and they've got to run with a purpose, haven't they? Eric Hughes, the ex-Widnes player and ex-Widnes coach, and Tony Myler, who coaches Widnes, and I think it could have been Tony Myler that replaced Eric Hughes at the standoff position at Widnes. Eric Hughes there for quite a number of seasons, and Tony Myler also a former standoff and international, Great Britain international. But it's Saints that have the possession, the last tackle of the sequence. Golding has the ball, he chips it through. It's juggled and taken by Devereux, and he's certainly a tough cookie, and he takes some pulling down, but he's forced back.
Yes, it took Fogarty there to put Devereux down. That's a good run from Gary Broadbent from the back of the line. Widnes, well, just checked his run and came from very short, but Widnes finding it very difficult to break down this line at the moment. A good defensive line from St Helens. Tyler's dummy almost does it, not quite though. Steve McCurry could be the man to do it. He steps away from the tackle, gets the ball out to Myler. Myler keeps going, he's looking for support. McCurry was there, but the tackle from Loughlin covered the ball as well. Singleton at half-back, the final tackle. Hammond puts a high ball up. Well, it's all or nothing here. A great catch. Well, Widnes. Well, I thought the referee played. Yes, I think he's saying that the Widnes player took the ball off Prescott. Prescott seemed to be the first player to the ball, and it was a Widnes player who ended up in possession, I think, possibly stealing the ball.
Yes, either stealing the ball, Gary, or pulling him back and not enabling him before he actually had possession of the ball. But it's a penalty to St Helens. They kick it to the main stand side. Now they build up with some driving runs and hopefully to penetrate this Widnes defence again. Cunningham scampers away, breaks out of 3 tackles, moves it over to the right. Sonny Nichols there on hand, turns it inside for Northey. Northey into the Widnes 20. Bobby Golding organising his troops. The ball comes cross-field. Hunter Cooper. And again now, John Griffiths. Prescott was on the inside. The ball going down. Was a bad pass once again, Gary. Not to the conditions, but it was a bad pass. But as the Griffiths, I think, came through there. There was a man on the inside. The ball could have been switched back. I think it could have been in, close to the posts. But as it happens, it's a scrum down and it's Widnes feed.
Yeah, I think, as you say, I think it was Steve Prescott that cut in field there, and if he could have got the ball out to him, it was undoubtedly would have scored. As it was, I'm not sure if Steve McCurry just caught Griffith's arm as he went to pass the ball, and it went straight into touch, as we saw. But Widnes now looking to build up the attack. Good play by Devereux. Excellent tackle, though, by Cunningham on Christian Tyler. Anthony Singleton, the Aussie in the Widnes pack. Craig Makin takes Widnes to the halfway line, but still Widnes finding it difficult to break down this St Helens defence. Again, McCurry tries to do that. Myler, half a gap perhaps outside Griffiths, nowhere to go, and takes the tackle off Perolini, the final tackle for Widnes. Well, Singleton's kick goes virtually backwards. Widnes keep the ball alive. Thornley, well, I'm not sure why that was a turnover then. It certainly wasn't a forward pass, and he signalled everyone on side.
Well, I think it was Jason Hunter on the far side that knocked it back down into his centre, Tony Thornley, and it wasn't forward, but the referee's given a forward pass and ruled the turnover because that was on the 6th tackle. Sonny Nicol powers his way forward, pushes one Widnes player out of the way, and Saints move it again. Fogarty looking for support inside to John Griffith. Well, he's given that as a forward pass, and both me and Gary look at each other in disgust. Another wrong decision there by the referee, but it's just something we've got to live with, Gary, isn't it?
Well, that was never a forward pass in my mind, and Mr. Morris, 2 blunders. It's easy to say from this distance, but everyone in the ground must have seen that went backwards. However, Widnes will take possession with thanks. Carl Hammond, now he looks very dangerous at standoff. Sometimes he's a funny player, Carl, in my mind. Sometimes, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but sometimes he gets the ball and he doesn't seem to have the faintest idea what he's going to do with it, and then all of a sudden, just out of nothing, he can open a gap and saunter under the sticks, a bit like Tony Myler used to do. Good inside ball, McCurry's going for the line, he's got power and strength. Well, a try out of nothing there. Superb combination between Christian Tyler and Steve McCurry, and Steve McCurry again shows power and strength, total commitment to Widnes this season. Once he settled down and got into his playing frame of mind after the somewhat disturbed start to the season, but Steve McCurry, for my money, is certainly in contention for one of the Widnes Players of the Year, and Andy Ireland also would be in contention for that. But McCurry has got a bag full of tries this season. Lovely link up there with Tyler, and that came out to nothing.
Yes, a good work by Tyler up the middle, as you say, and McCurry is always there backing up, isn't he? Usually in at the number 9, but equally at home at 13, and he's playing well today. There's no danger about that. That'll do Widnes the power of good, won't it? They've got that under the belt. And is it McCurry now that's going to have a go?
No, it's Rogers.
Is it still Rogers? It is Rogers. He gets the first conversion of the afternoon. Widnes on the scoreboard at 12 points to 6. And Saints will have to get back in the swing and see, obviously, if they can extend the lead. But great build-up by Widnes, took it well and came away with the points.
And that puts a whole new complexion on the game. 3 quick tries for St Helens in the space of 6 or 7 minutes in this half. Looks as if they might just walk away with this game, but Widnes now just 6 points behind, and it's a whole new ball game, and I'm sure the Chemics will take confidence from this new situation. Andy Ireland drives in, takes the tackle of Sonny Nicol. Singleton to Makin bounces off one. He's got that technique of dipping his shoulder, Craig Makin. He does it very well indeed, and invariably bounces off the first tackle. Hammond kicks through. It's going to go dead. It was a pity that was just a bit too hard, because I think Widnes were just looking to pen Saints down in that bottom corner.
Yes, a bit too much beef on it, Gary, there. And Saints will restart from the 20. Nice to hear you before giving somebody a mention. It makes a change. As you said, we usually like to please, don't we, on our Saints and Micron video broadcasts. But Apollo Perolini, the man in possession, taken down by Paul Myler. Saints move it left. Bernard Dwyer taken by Andy Ireland. Singleton there as well. Cunningham flicks it back to Golding. Golding shapes to kick, then drives forward, making one of the tacklers there along with Rogers. He brings him to a halt along the line. Griffiths tried to cut through there, but McCurry had him. Last one of the sequence. Bobby Golding puts a tester. It's a tester for full-back Broadbent. Well, it doesn't reach Broadbent, it bounces short. Sonny Nicol gathers it, it's still on the last tackle. Bernard Dwyer now, out to Loughlin. Loughlin up the wing, chips it through, it's come back off a Widnes man and gone into touch. Now what's the referee? The touch judge is giving a feed to Widnes. He's saying that the ball played the man, I think, even though, well, it hit him and bounced in. I would have thought it'd be St Helens feed, Gary, but it's going to be Widnes feed.
I think John Devlin was claiming that the ball, after it ricocheted off him, actually bounced back onto Paul Loughlin, and I think he may have got the sympathy of the touch judge there, and a penalty there for foot up in the scrum. You don't see that very often these days. Or maybe the cameraman just saying that Shane Cooper came out the scrum and was offside. Either way, it's Widnes on the halfway line with Makin, Hammond and the Island. The Widnes props again working in tandem. Island sells the dummy. Now has he got the strength to get to the corner? Well, he throws the ball out. Oh, it just doesn't come off for Widnes. A chance now for St Helens though to make something of this. Hunt skips away from the first tackle. The crowd expectant. The tackle's made.
A great break by Islander. Then he tried to lift it over the top. Saints played quickly there from the resulting penalty, but a great work by Widnes. Alan Hunt came away with it. Christian Tyler offside, and Bernard Dwyer allowed to go on. Saints play it quickly. Paul Loughlin now moving over to the right wing, tries to draw the Widnes defenders in, straightens up now, just short of the Widnes 20. Saints in possession, leading by 12 points to 6. Andy Northey inside the 20. The referee's going to blow up. Penalty to the Saints. Widnes ruled as offside. Saints play it quickly again. Lofted ball to Golding. Well, he gathers it. He didn't knock it forward. He did well there. And Saints can still build up. John Griffiths out to Elia. Fogarty now powers his way upfield. Big Adam Fogarty driving for the line, held down a metre short. Cunningham, Golding, cut out ball there. Loughlin knocks it forward, couldn't take it. Maybe a one-man overlap there.
Andy. Well, in all the excitement there, we've just noticed the Widnes player. I think it's Andy Island, after they'd made that break and threw the ball out. And just on that, I wondered if Andy Island had just put his head down and kept going himself, if his strength would have carried him to the line. Would have been interesting to see. But a great spell of play from both sides. And Widnes have brought David Smith on in that spell of attack by St Helens. A blow for Andy Island. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Back. Makin, looking for support, flicks the ball back to Singleton. It goes over the shoulder of Tyler. Knock on, says Mr Morris. Widnes just a bit too anxious there, I think.
Yes, they want to keep things going, don't they? Scores 12 points to 6. We've had half an hour of the game's gone. And after Saints getting off to a flying start with 3 tries in the space of 15 minutes. Just eased off a little bit, but Cooper breaks to Golding, takes it up the blind side, gives the dummy, draws Alan Hunt in field, but Golding won't need him. Golding goes in on his own. An individual effort by Bobby Golding. Created at the base of the scrum. Shane Cooper took it out, took it up the blind side. Another ploy that the Saints worked to perfection. Golding took it, went up the main stand side, gave the dummy, Widnes took it. Alan Hunt came on the inside, and Golding didn't need Hunt at all. And Golding went in for the 4-pointer. Matatea's coming on, and Apollo Perolini being replaced. 31 minutes of the game gone. Well, all credit to Bobby Golding. It was a superb individual try, but
the Widnes coach Tony Myler will be asking a few questions of his players as to how they allow that to happen. Really, okay, a scrum half might make 20 or 30 metres from a break like that, but he shouldn't be going 55, 60 metres from the scrum like that. However, Goulin is a special player with special abilities, and Widnes were caught short.
Cunningham driving through. He's another one that's made the grade here at St Helens. Now Via Matatir drives it up. About 16 stone, this lad. Equally at home in the second row or in the three quarters. He plays it to himself. He drives again. Cooper keeps it going. That ball's gone back. Loughlin drives it up the wing. Elia on the inside. Oh, super tackle there by Makin. Crunching tackle. And it's the last one of the sequence. Saints move it right. Golding releases it to Dwyer. Dwyer back to Cunningham. Cunningham chips it for the corner for Alan Hunt. Hunt takes it. It's the last tackle. It's going to be the turnover. Widnes still have possession. Just thought the rain had relented a bit, Gary, but it's still coming down. Widnes have the possession, trailing 16-6.
Yes, excellent cover by Jason Green. You probably noticed that's him in possession now. He just made a good break, but he went right across to the other side of the field to help to make that tackle on Alan Hunt, and a try-saving tackle. Great play by the Widnes wingman. Well, what now? Offside, says Mr. Morris. Carl Hammond this time settles for the shorter kick. Well, the crowd shout for the forward pass, and I think sometimes these balls to Craig Makin are very, very suspicious indeed. Dave Smith, glad again of the opportunity to be in the first team, but I'm sure he wouldn't have wanted to come on at the expense of Andy Ireland in those circumstances, but he will make the most of it. Singleton, great player for Widnes this season, Anthony Singleton. Tyler, short ball. Well, Wes Rogers just couldn't hang on to it. Tackled as he took that ball. The line was begging, but Christian Tyler just couldn't open the gap. 6 minutes left, and plenty of excitement here at Knowsley Road this afternoon.
There certainly is, and Saints just going through a little bit of a flat spot there. Nearly got caught again by this live wire scrum half tyrer. Saints win possession from the base of the scrum. Griffiths taken by Carl Hammond. Prescott moves up at dummy half. Saints build up again. Shane Cooper. He's taken down. Second row forward there, Paul Myler. He completes the tackle. Widnes move up very quickly. Walk up with the referee. Referee Morris walks up. Now he gets them back a good 10 metres. Matatir takes the possession. Drives it upfield. Cunningham scampers away, sees the gap, drives forward, Sonny Nichols with him. Nichols just taken as he got the possession by Hammond, but Saints now within striking distance. The last tackle of the sequence. Bernard Dwyer gathers it safely. Dwyer inside to Cooper, out to Loughlin. Loughlin chips it through, it's all on. Oh, it's touched down over the line by Jason Green. And he's certainly covered some territory, this Green, Gary, hasn't he? As you said before, danger over on the far side. He was over there and covering tackle, and he's here again now as Saints nearly exposed the Widnes defence yet again. 4 tries to 1 with 5 minutes remaining of the first half. Drop out from between the sticks. Cooper moves in. Cooper takes it. Gives it to Mark Elia. Devereaux quickly in, Devereaux and McCurry. Griffiths at dummy half. Saints take it infield, Cooper again. And didn't he have a good game on Friday at Central Park? A rather robust game by Shane standards. Matatir breaks out of the tackle, into the 20 now. Looking for support, he's taken down centre field, 15 metres short. The Saints come again. Fogarty. 5 metres from the Widnes line. Saints very slow to play the ball, but Griffiths tidies it up, bounces off the tacklers. Griffiths goes again. He's all on the line there. It's the sixth and final tackle of the sequence. Golding for Alan Hunt this time. Hunt in acres of space, and he has to fall over. Referee Morris says, "That's okay, my son." And Alan Hunt comes up with his second of the afternoon. So Alan Hunt gets over for the 4-pointer. Another difficult conversion attempt for Bobby Golding, but a good run, instigated centre field by Via Matatea. Then the ball was transferred over to the left. It was on the sixth tackle, and Bobby Golding took the game by the scruff of the neck, kicked the ball over to Alan Hunt. The referee said he was onside this time, and points to the ground for the 4-pointer. 2 minutes remaining of the half. Joining us this afternoon, obviously in this Nosey Road Arena, and probably new spectators are coming all the time, but we have a young lad there from Billinge, Craig Phillips, 8 years of age he is. His mum Caroline and his dad Colin, and also his granddad and grandma, that's Colin and Janet Grundy. They always see how the Saints fall, how their fortune goes. Craig likes Manchester United, a lot of the lads do, don't they? The youngsters coming up, Manchester United and Liverpool. But Craig Phillips joining us here at Nosey Road this afternoon. And let's hope he enjoys what he sees this afternoon, and he'll come a regular. I know if it's anything to do with his granddad Colin, he'll be here every home match. But Saints have the possession, leading by 20 points to 6. Golding again, trying to cut through this Widnes defence. Matatea now takes the tackle, releases the ball. Cooper has it. Cooper bringing it over left, trying to get through this tight Widnes defence there in the centre. Last tackle of the sequence. Golding chips it through. Steve Prescott acts it on. It comes back off a Widnes player to Sonny Nicol. He can't control it, and Widnes are back in possession in the dying minutes.
Well, a bit of a few rebounds there. I thought Singleton may have been pulled up for the knock-on, but I think the referee seeing it as more of a charge down than anything else. But certainly the game has gone the way of the Saints. Well, Widnes at 6s and 7s there. Paul Myler scoops up the loose ball. And there it is, the half-time hooter. Well, a minute early by the scoreboard clock, but an excellent, entertaining first half there. St Helens having the better of the game. 2 tries for Hunt, 1 for Elia, 1 for Martin and 1 for Golding. Oddly enough, no conversions in this half for St Helens. Widnes just with that Steve McCurry reply converted by Wes Rogers, but I'm sure we've got an exciting and entertaining second half in store. Stick with us. The half-time score at Knowsley Road, St Helens 20, Widnes 6.
Both sides back on the pitch now, and before we get underway, I have a birthday mention for another new spectator that's started coming here regular to watch St Helens. Dean Foxall, he's 5 years old on the 19th of April. He's a keen Saints fan now, there's no danger. He can tell his dad a few things about the Saints. His favourite player is Bobby Golding, another Bobby Golding fan, eh? And Dean is in the Junior Saints, and he's looking forward to taking his turn to be match day mascot. Anyway, lots of love, Dean, for your birthday. You're 5 on the 19th of April. As I said, lots of love from your mum and dad and your sister Leanne, and also lots of love from both sets of grandparents. That's Ken and Ann and Terry and Sue. And Dean comes to the matches with his dad Ian. His mum Diane is taking a big interest now, and she's a big Alan Hunt fan. So that's Dean Foxall, 5 years of age on the 19th of April. We're ready for the second half to get underway. Widnes will restart. Saints will receive, and Saints will be playing with the aid of the breeze in the second half. Deep kick taken by Cooper, inside to Northey, and Northey will run hard and strong, and he does. Nearly breaks the first line of defence. Rogers brings him to a halt. Saints are spreading it again. Northey has possession. Making quickly in. Rogers involved, but it's Carl Hammond, and now it's Adam Fogarty. Singleton the first man in, and Smith the second man. Matatier at full pace, and via Matatier goes inside. Lovely ball to Steve Prescott. Super try. Just a minute on the stopwatch. And look at all the players congregating round via Matatier. He took that ball at pace as the Saints moved it over to the popular side. Steve Prescott registers his 18th try of the season, but Matatier coming at pace, 100-mile-an-hour stuff, and he slipped the ball out to the supporting Steve Prescott on the inside. Alan Hunt was on his outside, but it went to Prescott. Prescott down for the 4-pointer, and Bobby Golding looks well positioned to register his first goal of the afternoon. Bobby Golding there, he's happy with that. You can see the big beam all over his face. Another 6 points to the Saints. Golding's first goal, his 139th goal of the season, and Saints now take a 20-point lead at 26 points to 6. Not the ideal start, Gary, but that was a superb drive by Matatier.
Well, he just went straight through Carl Hammond, and I don't think anybody would have envied Carl Hammond being in that position. I tell you what, Ronnie, from the way he's playing and the reception he's got from the crowd, this man could be the new Mal Meninga. I'm sure he'll be a great favourite with the Saints fans. I'm surprised, incidentally, that Bobby Golding didn't take a bow after he kicked that one over.
Yeah, you're not about the new Mal Meninga. He's big enough, isn't he? But his legs are as big as Mal Meninga's, if not bigger. But they're certainly powerful. Sonny Nicol drives downfield, and Saints move it quickly again. Golding takes it centre field, tries to duck inside, brought down right on the centre spot. Saints want to get it going again. Steve Prescott slips it out. Paul Loughlin, support inside. Saints keep it going. Dwyer, and Bobby Golding's there to finish off. Well, what a superb effort. But Golding comes over, pats Bernard Dwyer on the back. That was a superb pass, but excellent work there. Saints register the second try in the second half in the space of 2 minutes. Bobby Golding, second try of the afternoon, and Widnes well under the cosh now. Steve Prescott making the extra man, linking up there, took it well, took it over to the main stand side. It went to Paul Loughlin, then the ball flicked back inside. Bernard Dwyer with a precision pass to Bobby Golding in support, and he touches down for the 4-pointer.
Well, I've never seen Bobby Golding kick so badly at any level, and I've known Bobby for a long time, and I think this is his worst day. But he scored 2 tries, Donny, and you can't argue with that. Shane Cooper that loses that one there, and perhaps Saints just easing up a little bit now. But Widnes certainly shell-shocked in this second half, and they will be looking to improve on the defensive performance and also hoping to break down this St Helens line. It has been a very good tight line by the Saints this afternoon. Well, the advantage played as far as it went, but Paul Loughlin was adjudged to be offside. Devereux takes the tap. He'll fancy his chances from there, but even Devereux can't plough over 4 defenders from that distance. David Smith has a go. Second tackle. Singleton, Widnes look to move the ball now up. Well, I thought maybe a bit wider. Tyler spins away. Tyler flicks the ball out. That's a great try, is it? Well, it's Gary Broadbent certainly took that ball cleanly. It was a risky pass out by Christian Tyler, but Broadbent took it with his fingertips and looked from here anyway to have scored for Widnes, but no, it wasn't, says Mr. Morris.
Well, it was well positioned, Gary. It certainly looked good from here. Good work by Widnes, and the ball flicked up at the last pass. It was Chris Tyler that flicked it up, wasn't he? Been very instrumental for you this afternoon. But it certainly looked as though he could have gone over and got the 4-pointer, but referee Morris right on the job, he didn't. Griffiths takes a deep pass, builds up a head of steam, a swarm of Widnes tacklers around him. Northey going crossfield, looking to create space. Taken a little high by Singleton as he's brought down. Is it McCurry there as well? No, I beg your pardon, it was Paul Myler, the other tackler. Cunningham. Out to Smith's tackle. Pirouettes, drives again. Still not brought down, finally put to the ground now. Exciting player is Cunningham. Matatier again, drives it forward, slips it to Sonny Nicol. And Matatier taken by Makin, it was a superb tackle. Golding out to Alan Hunt. Hunt gives the dummy. Northey's tackled, it's flicked back up, and in comes the interception from Tony Thornley. Wigan back in possession. Perhaps Saints trying to be a little too fancy there, Gary.
Yes, Alan Hunt almost got the pass out. It was a forward pass anyway, I think, but it went straight to Tony Thornley, and Widnes escape that spell of attack. And Jason Green making good ground. Devlow just slips there, manages to keep the ball alive. As you said, Ronnie, Christian Tyler been very instrumental for Widnes. He's a class player, Tyler, and he certainly deserves to be playing top flight rugby league. Too good to be in anybody's A team. Well, I think that's Matatua there. He's not sure if this is Samoan style of dress, but the shirt's ripped off his back. Oh, a loose pass thrown out. It's picked up by Devlow though, and good support by Rogers. He flicks the ball over the top. Jason Green does well to hang on. It's back to one because it came off a St Helens player, and Widnes with a touch of luck there, and Green makes good ground for Widnes. Singleton out to Hammond. Hammond dummies. This time he doesn't find the gap for himself. Craig Makin from close to the line, could be dangerous. Just can't get there, he couldn't slip the ball out. Tyler, dummies, lovely inside ball, and this time it's a try for Widnes. Is it? Well, I don't believe it. A forward pass given, Widnes denied again. Well, Ronnie, I hope when they get this Super League that they invest in a few super referees to go with it, because Mr Morris has dropped a few clangers this afternoon.
Well, he's certainly doing a little bit of nitpicking, Gary. He was right on the job again, and I wouldn't have considered that forward, but the man in the middle said it was. Who are we to argue? But Via Matatier, his shirt ripped. He's got number 17 on his back now. And a little bit of hanky-panky at the play of the ball. Looks as though Saints are going to be penalised. Bobby Golding's going to go in the sin bin, I think, for obviously mouthing. And that's, since Bobby Golding came to St Helens, very uncharacteristic of him, Gary. We know what he has been, what a reputation he did have. But obviously he's fired up. The referee didn't agree with it. Widnes back in possession.
Well, I mean, obviously, don't know what Bobby Golding said there to Mr Morris, but it strikes me in a game of this nature, as Widnes come in at the corner, while Jason Hunter scores, Mr Morris doesn't disallow it on this occasion. But as I say, obviously we don't know what Bobby said to Colin Morris then, but in a game of this nature, it's been played in a very good spirit. He could have perhaps let one or two Widnes tries be allowed, and I don't think there's any need for the sin bin, and it's been an excellent game, and I think the referee is spoiling the spirits of this festive day, in my opinion. So the Widnes fans get behind the team, and I think everybody in unison booing Mr Morris at some stage in this game. However, it's a difficult job. I certainly wouldn't fancy doing it. I suppose we have to be thankful that these referees are prepared to go out there and do the best they can. Widnes in possession, 30 points to 10 now for the Saints. 11 minutes gone in this second half. Craig Makin. Widnes for once on that occasion finding St Helens short and making an open up. Christian Tyler, a great break by Tyler. He's looking for support. He can't get the ball out. Broadbent had come inside, but Christian Tyler is playing out of his skin here at Knowsley Road. John Devereux still going strong, knocks off another. He's heading for the line. Well, this is great stuff by the Chemics now. They certainly won't lie down and die. A loose ball, kicked forward. Can McCuddy get there? He's racing. Has he got there? Yes, he has. What a brilliant try by Steve McCuddy. Excellent attack by Widnes. It came from that man once again, Christian Tyler. Well, he's certainly proving a point here to Tony Myler and the Widnes coaching staff. He's got to start next season in contention for the place in this Widnes side. He's a class act. He showed it again there. This St Helens defence has been very difficult to unlock, but he made it look so easy there. Couldn't finish off. A loose pass. Good quick thinking by Steve McCuddy, and a quick turn of pace as well to get there before the ball went dead. Perhaps Widnes could stage a bit of a comeback here. Well, we've certainly had a feast of events in this second half. 4 tries to a piece and a sin binning for Bobby Golding. Not the best of kicking days though. Rogers misses that one. It's 30 points to 14. Widnes made a substitution while that kick was being taken. Jason Hunter has gone off the left wing and Jimmy Cassidy has come on into that position. Appleton Park amateur rugby league player. Had a spell at Lee. Went back to the amateur game and then came to Widnes. Just made one other senior outing. That was in the league game against Wigan at Norton Park. Tyler. Craig Makin running very well off Christian Tyler at the moment. Hammond. Oh, but Carl Hammond. Well, Ronnie, I was just about to say that well, Devereux in there is going to be called over by Mr. Morris. Alan Hunt was being a bit casual there and winding the Widnes players up, which I don't think there's any need for it myself. There's no need for the winger to do that, especially not when it's been an interception. He wound John Devereux up. John Devereux shouldn't have done what he did maybe, but there was no need for Alan Hunt to do it either, in my opinion.
Well, Hunt, he read it well. He read it well, did Alan Hunt. Took the ball well. Obviously, he knew he had the beating of him. He just eased in. Maybe he did goad him, but these are professional players. They've got to take it. And if that man Devereux attacked Alan Hunt behind the try line, he shouldn't be in the sin bin. He should be down the tunnel. And this should be an 8-pointer. And we'll have to see what the referee says, because he was fouled in the act of scoring. He's not given it. It's just a 6-pointer. Steve Prescott notched his second goal and his 5th goal of the season. But Devereux there, he's gone to the sin bin. Widnes kick off, Saints have the possession. Hunt try and Prescott goal, giving Saints another 6 points at 36 points to 14. Devereux in the sin bin, so 12 players apiece. Cunningham scampers away, but that man Devereux, he should know better. He's a professional, and in my opinion he should be having the early bath. There's no danger about that. Despicable attack there on the player, whether he'd scored the try or what. But Elia kicks away. Oh, Bernard Dwyer is injured. Lovely ball to Elia. It should have been a try, but obviously Bernard Dwyer sustained an injury. Unfortunately there, he pulled up straight away, but Sonny Nicol, oh, he completes it. Nicol will like that, won't he? The result was right in the end, even though hard work done on that far side, and a lot of concern now about the injury to Bernard Dwyer. Excuse me. Excuse me. Perolini will come back on for Dwyer. Bobby Golding warming up, ready to come back on after his 10 minutes, and Steve Prescott looking to tag the extras on. He does. So Bernard Dwyer comes off, Perolini back on. Minutes of the game gone. Bobby Golding now should be coming back on. He went off in the 49th minute, but it must be seconds and counting down. And Widnes, do they make the 10 metres? They don't. That's a penalty to the Saints. Well, the ball never went 10 metres. Well, I don't know, Mr. Morris. Another decision there. Shane Cooper's looking round at the line as if to say the ball never went 10 metres. The referee said it's gone 10 metres and come back into the field of play with the breeze. I think that's a load of bunkum, Gary.
Well, in soccer things like that count, but in rugby league, if the ball blows over the, say for example, if the ball goes over the touchline and then sails back in without bouncing, it's in field, and the ball's got to bounce in the 10 metres. That's the way I understand it, but Mr. Modest interpreting it differently. He said it had gone 10 metres and then blew back. Well, we'll have to check that one up in the handbook. Widnes look to move the ball to the blind side. Jason Green. Green's going away from Golding. Well, Widnes have done it the same as Saints did. Amazing stuff there. Saints caught napping. Steve McCurry just picked the ball up from the base of the scrum. Went on the blind side. Jason Green knocked off Bobby Golding and had the pace to get to the line. So Widnes have scored again, and really this is amazing in the second half here at Knowsley Road. 7 tries so far, and we've only played 20 minutes. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this for a long time, Ronnie.
Saints bringing it crossfield. Matatier in for his first score. A great try for the Western Samoan. His first try in the Saints colours. 24 minutes gone of the second half. Tees it up, 15 metres out, just to the left of the sticks. Strikes it well. The touch judges raise the flags. Saints get another 6 points and make it 48 points to 18. A few days rest now, only 3 or 4 days rest, obviously training in that period, and we're home here again at Knowsley Road for the final match of the season against Warrington on Friday evening. Sophia Matatier in for his try. As I said, I apologise obviously for the... Well, if that's not a spear tackle, I don't know what is. After he penalised Paul Loughlin before, well, this man in the middle, I mean, we're not supposed to criticise referees. We know the job's hard enough as it is, but clearly upended there, Alan Hunt. 2 of them this time, not just one-on-one. And referee Morris allows play to go on. Certainly his display leaves a lot to be desired this afternoon. And the referee's assessor, Greg McCallum, the Aussie, he has videos of all these matches, and if he doesn't pick holes in that, well, I don't know what he will pick holes in. But Saints still have the possession. They're in the lead, 48 points to 18. It's the last tackle of the sequence with 14 minutes of the game remaining, and Golding gets his kick downfield and finds touch on the Widnes 20, or near enough to the Widnes 20. Have you any views, Gary, on that tackle?
Well, to be fair on you, I can't disagree with what you've said. It was, again, similar to the other one, maybe not actually technically a spear tackle, but the referees have been told to clamp down on any potentially dangerous tackles, and even as a Widnes spectator, I couldn't see the difference between that one and the previous one. Dave Smith just being spoken to there by Mr. Morris for something that we don't know about. Bobby Golding clearly offside. Well, I don't think Bobby can argue with that one. Of course he will do, but he clearly offside before the ball came out the back of the scrum. He followed the Widnes scrum half round and pounced on him as soon as he picks up the ball. Craig Makin takes Widnes to the halfway line. The Chemics 30 points behind. Certainly, well, all sorts going on in there. Dave Smith not happy about that. 3 St Helens players tackling him, and Smith just looks at Shane Cooper. Good play by Singleton, ducks out the first tackle, can't step away from Adam Fogarty. Well, we've certainly had our money's worth here this afternoon at Knowsley Road. McCurry going for the corner. Steve McCurry, can he get there? A great try by Steve McCurry in for his hat-trick. Superb individual skills there by the Widnes loose forward, and once again, in the absence of David and Paul Hume, Steve McCurry is leading by example here for the Chemics. The game clearly, it seems now, has gone away. The game clearly has gone away.
We've got about 10 minutes remaining, and it's been well worth it, the second half, hasn't it?
Well, it certainly has. You can't grumble about 70 points being scored in a game of rugby league. 30. Oh, well, did that touch Paul Myler? Apparently it did, says Mr. Morris. So a blunder there will give the ball back to St Helens. Anthony Singleton just looked at the touch judge for confirmation, but Saints will get the ball back and a chance to attack from close to the Widnes line.
I mean, it's a good game, there's been plenty of points, but he's certainly left a lot of frustrated spectators, Mr. Morris, this afternoon, hasn't he? Kieran Cunningham, the ball squirting out of his hands. Anthony Singleton came in, tackled Cunningham, and the ball flicking out. An error there. Scrum down, head and feed to Widnes. They're back on the attack.
As you say, I don't think either side spectators will grumble about the performance of the team. Widnes have tried very hard and they've just been beaten by a better side this afternoon. But everybody will be upset by the performance of the referee, I feel. And again, another knock on there, John Deverell, a bit over anxious, attempting to pick that ball up. It just went forward, and I have to say again, it's very difficult conditions here. You probably won't pick it up on the video. There's a very fine rain coming down here, and quite a strong wind from left to right.
But Golding gets the ball out of the scrum. Griffiths brings it over. Andy Northey takes the Widnes defence on. Powers for the line. Northey, oh, superb! Oh, he said it's a double movement. That's a disgraceful decision. I mean, it's not so often that me and Andy agree to agree, but oh dearie me, both sets of spectators there, both ends tries have been disallowed, which looked good, but I mean the man was on the job. But Northey there, he was powering down, wasn't he, Andy?
Yeah, my name's Gary, by the way, Ronnie. He always gets me confused with the cameraman. But I mean, what is this man trying to do? It's a perfectly good game of rugby league. Everybody's happy. We've seen some great tries by both sides. All the players are giving 100%. It's disallowed 2 perfectly good tries for Widnes and a perfectly good try there for St Helens. Andy Northey's momentum took him over. He slid over in these conditions, as you would do. It's very slippy down there, and it's the first time that I think we've been on the verge of a riot when all the spectators will be on the same side against one man in the middle, because he's just winding everybody up. It's unbelievable. Well, a forward pass there was given. Cunningham couldn't go the distance. Broadbent makes the tackle, but Saints back in possession.
Yes, lovely finger trip control by Cunningham. Widnes are going to be penalised now for moving up in an offside position, even though Saints looked a little bit slow at the play of the ball. McCurry and Alan Hunt just having a joke. Alan Hunt wants the ball possession. Cooper will play it quickly, and Perolini, the Terminator, powers forward. And what a pair of Western Samoans we've got here, haven't we? Apollo Perolini, Via Matatia. Get these two men driving at full pace along with the others, and it'll give the Saints the spur they need. 48-22, Cooper onto Nickel. He's another big driver. Oh, Nickel again. Yes, super strength from this big Yorkshire man. He powers over. Saints' 11th try of the afternoon. Sonny Nicol gets his second. 7 minutes remaining. Saints break the 50 mark, 52 points to 22. Good work there, especially after the Saints just being denied, with Andy Northey going into the corner. And is that John Devereux on the far side there, injured? He was injured in that movement. Well, not that movement, he was injured earlier on. The Saints carried on to power downfield. Nicol touchdown. Prescott converts it right up the centre there. 54 points to 22 now. Five or 6 minutes remaining in this game. Very entertaining, as you said, Gary. 76 points amassed between the two sides. Northey takes it well. Hammond comes in. And Saints build up again. Alan Hunt looking for a piece of the action. Nearly getting in the way there, nearly causing an obstruction as he came back behind Bobby Golding. But Widnes move up quickly. Fogarty slips a lovely ball to Cooper. Out to Loughlin on the far side. The big lad drives it down. Elia, Cooper, short ball. Matatier drives in, pushes the defenders off, unloads it to Sonny Nicol. Certainly looked a touch forward as he came across. The ball allowed to carry on, and judging by some of referee Morris's decisions, they let that one go. Cunningham scampering away. Elia coming on the inside. Elia just lends his weight there, keeps Cunningham in field. Saints ready to again. Golding, crossfield kick for Alan Hunt. Is it too deep? I say it is. Right over into the crowd. The idea was right. Too much beef on the ball. Widnes tap restart on the 20.
Yes, even Alan Hunt couldn't get to that one. Penalty given to Widnes for the offside. And the penalty, well, it doesn't make that much difference. It's going to be exactly the same anyway. Penalty should have been a couple of yards away from that 20-metre line where the players were standing offside, but immaterial in the event. Widnes decide to run the ball. Wes Rogers, who's had a creditable performance this afternoon, his first taste of the big league. Tony Thornley and Widnes still coming forward with determination. Jimmy Cassidy, his first chance to do something with the ball. He gets past Hunt. Well, he gets past Sonny Nicol. Hunt makes the tackle. Tyler McCurry, he's looking for number 4, gets a good ball out. Broadbent in the line. Myler dummies, gets away, couldn't get the pass out, looking to keep the ball alive. Play on. Fogarty in possession. The tackle is eventually made.
Yes, the ball knocked down by a Saints player as he came in for the tackle. Sometimes that gets misconstrued as knocking the ball out of the hands, and a penalty could result. Well, another up and under tackle there, or up and over tackle I should say. As Cunningham jinks his way through, making clamps him. Saints still making yardage, making forward momentum. 3 minutes remaining. Griffiths look for the gap. Devereux hit him well, and he's duly penalised for it. But Devereux on Griffiths, two Welshmen together, no love lost there. Saints play it quickly. Golding draws the defence, gives it to Steve Prescott. Out to Andy Northey. Back inside to Golding. He did well, evaded the clutches of Hammond. Hammond looks as though he was going to trip him there. Thought about it, thought twice about it. He would have definitely been in for the early bath. Alan Hunt taking in possession. Hammond quickly tackles him. Saints now looking to finish with a flourish. Cunningham to Northey. Northey tries to round his man, breaks out of the tackle, comes in field, releases it to Nicol. Nicol hits the straps. Brought down centre field. Alan Hunt was looking for the ball. Nicol couldn't release it. There Matatu coming through, just losing his foot, he gets up. Was he tackled? Well, he must have been tackled. The referee's moving in. Villa progressed, bounced the ball, it wasn't scored. Widnes will have possession from the turnover, Gary.
Yes, I have to say, finally Mr. Morris, I think, made a correct decision there. I think Matatu's momentum was held up. He was certainly tackled, got up quickly and carried on. Jason Green goes in for Widnes in the final minutes of this game now, and a highly entertaining match. And Craig Makin, I think that is down injured. He went down and stayed down. The Widnes players and the referee immediately called the physio for attention. He's not moving, he's moving his head, now he turns over. Well, Widnes have took a few knocks in this game. They lost Andy Ireland early on. John Deverell went down with his shoulder before. Jason Hunter came off while making back to his feet. I think Lonnie, I think the tannoy just announced the man of the match. I'm not sure if it was Bobby Golding, was it? It's just been on the scoreboard, something about Bobby Golding.
Yeah, well, they have two. They have a sponsors man of the match, and they have a McEwen's man of the match. Alan Hunt was one, Bobby Golding was the other.
Carl Hammond, great ball. Now Steve McCurry must be in. Wow! Well, McCurry throws the ball back to Golding, chases back. Hunt on the outside, got Cassidy to beat. Great tackle by the Widnes youngster. Try-saving tackle there by Jimmy Cassidy. And Cassidy and Hunt, a bit of argy-bargy away from the ball. Well, it was a great tackle by Jimmy Cassidy, and I think Alan Hunt just overreacted a little bit there. The players, to their credit, I think most of the players in that run were going in to break up the scuffle, because although there's been one or two incidences, the game's been played in a fairly good spirit.
It certainly has, Gary, but yes, it was a little flare up there. Cassidy and Hunt. The referee was allowing play to go on, but the ball was stopped. Good interception by Bobby Golding. Diffused the pressure there, but McCurry there put through by Hammond, a lovely ball. And then Golding brought the ball back down here. Alan Hunt tackled, and then just a little flare up. Let's see what the referee's decision now.
Well, he's speaking to Alan Hunt. I guess the penalty will go to Widnes. I think Hunt was just a little bit annoyed that Jimmy Cassidy had stopped him from scoring a try. It was undoubtedly a try-saving tackle. It would have given him his hat-trick, and he was a little bit peeved about that. While Widnes electing, for some reason, not to kick. I was just about to say, when McCurry gave that interception, that I think he was the Widnes man of the match. An excellent game. Lonnie, I'll just leave you to sum up.
Well, it was a superb game, obviously, as far as I was concerned, Gary. But 10 tries in the second half takes some going, that, doesn't it? You know, a try more or less every 4 minutes, if that's the way we look at it. 20 points to 6 at half-time. Saints got off to a flying start, 2 tries in 2 minutes. But then Bobby Golding sin-bin, and Widnes came back with 2 tries in the space of, 3 minutes, while Golding was off. And then the nearest, I suppose you come, 30 points to 14. Goal kicking has let both sides down this afternoon, but the final score here at Norton Park, I'm getting as bad as you're thinking of Norton Park. Final score here at Nosey Road, St Helens 54, Widnes 22. You've been with Micron Video. Join me this Friday against Warrington, the final league game of the season. But the final score here, a great win for the Saints. They still need 2 points from Friday's match to get up there, either 3rd or 4th position, depending on other results. But the final score, Saints 54, Widnes 22.